Well, I'm making this video mostly because I am experimenting. I uh, I had a kind of a breakdown a couple of weeks ago, and following what I like to call the revolving door effect, with looking for work and trying to get re-educated and benefit myself. I started seeing a therapist at a clinic, and they subscribed me Zoloft. I've been taking Zoloft for about 2 weeks now, and that's what this video is going to be about. It's my personal experiences so far with this, and I'm starting to think that the side effects might outweigh the benefits of it. And the reason why I say that is just for anyone that's watching this to be cautious. Zoloft destroys a lot of your inhibitions. What I mean by that, it's like normally you're always kind of calculating and pondering in your head, what your next activity is going to be. Are you going to flirt with this girl or talk to this person? I seem to have lost that on this drug, and even before I made this video, it took me a considerable amount of time to even ponder what I was going to say and how I was going to do it. I recorded several recordings of myself just sitting here. To explain it in kind of a third person point of view, I could sit there and be in my car with someone talking, and I'll be listening to them, but I won't be listening to them. That's the best way I can explain it. It's like I can reply to them, but I don't feel like I'm actually replying. It's so odd, and my reaction times have diminished considerably on it. And I'm kind of like one of those experimental kind of people, so I haven't just dumped it. I just kept on taking it. I'm still taking it. I'm going to take it in a second. I'm sitting there driving to a barber shop, and I almost got hit by a car. But the thing is that I know why I almost got hit by the car. The light was red, but it just turned red. But for some reason, I guess you can say the thoughts that run in your subconscious, it was like it wasn't there. Like, look left, double check. I felt like I wasn't getting relayed that information in my mind, and that's one of the crucial side effects I've gotten so far from it. I call it zombification, and it's made me more, I guess you can say, docile, but I also have no inhibition to go do anything. I had a friend call me up. He's like, "I'll buy you beers. I'll take you to the bar." Normally I would have found that interesting. I mean, you're going on an adventure. But, like, all risk analysis in my head was like, no, I'm not going to do that. It took me to 1 o'clock this afternoon to even get out of bed. It's made me so fucking lazy. It's unreal. I can't believe they give this stuff to people. I mean, I'm getting tired quicker. It's the dosage, because when I first was put on it, I was on 25 milligrams, which was kind of like this magic number. It really kind of leveled me out, but in comes in the mail, straight from the VA, 100 milligram tablets. Take with food. Man, ever since I started taking the 100 milligrams, I've had so many stomach problems. The shakes. It's got side effects. So instead of vlogging about my other issues. I think I might document my my experiences with Zoloft because it's interesting. I mean, it's fixed my sleeping problems. Not that I really had any, really, but I mean, I like to stay up late and I was playing games. I haven't been playing any computer games. I really haven't been doing nothing. It's like I'm a blank slate. And that's one thing that's got me worried. You know, I haven't been searching for work or anything. I've been zoned. And that seems to be what this drug does. It is an inhibition destroyer. Not just the good inhibitions, but the bad ones. But I mean, what is life without having some kind of forward momentum going? I mean, it gives you a headache. Like, I mean, I don't even think they know what this drug really does to the human mind. I mean, I had to observe it. It's an uptake inhibitor. And, you know, your body recycles the serotonin in between the neural receptors to be used again. It's a signal. What it does is it blocks the reuptake of it. So your neurons, I guess you could say the outgoing neuron, doesn't reuse it. I mean, it's still going to reuse it, but it sits there floating in between the neuron. And supposedly it lifts mood. I don't think it really does. I think it kind of eliminates moods. It is a true zombie-like experience that I'm experiencing right now. I mean, I was riding my bike through the bike trail, and this was yesterday, and I literally darted off the trail. I tried to rebalance myself, get me back on the trail. It's like that whole experience was, I had a lapse in control. So, and they put me on this, you know. I mean, without inhibition, I guess inhibition could be considered impulsiveness, but I don't recommend. And if you do decide to take Zoloft and you watch this video, I recommend to stay on the lower dosage levels. 100 milligrams, and my counselor suggested going up to 200 milligrams. Man, I feel blank. I've been watching just tons of documentaries on YouTube, even ones I've seen before in the past, and I can, you know, remember pretty much word by word. And one thing I'm really hoping, if I get the opportunity to experience this Zoloft in the outside world and not inside my house, around people, because I want to know how I function around them. Because instead of like being contradictory or suggestive, I'm just compliant. It is interesting. To say the least, it changed my personality quite a bit. And it worries me a little bit because on it right now, I know I'm not me. It's yeah. I don't like it. That's all I gotta say. So that's my opinion on Zoloft. They say, I've watched some videos already, people saying it rescued them, it saved them. I don't know, it's my my awareness of the outside world is dimmed to a sight, to a small, I guess you can say, tunnel vision. And from what I read, it takes several weeks for this stuff to kick in, or I guess you can say the mind will adapt to it, kind of like someone that smokes cigarettes, they become dependent on it. Maybe the chemistry of the mind will, you know, adapt to this new outside influence. But just be aware, anyone's watching this. Side note, read the side effects. I'm experienced pretty much all of them. I don't know if I'm gaining weight or not. Probably am, but it's dry mouth, and my face feels like it's stretched. I feel my muscles on the side of my head, like rapid heartbeat, constipation. Well, not constipation, but you know, the runs, the embarrassing stuff. The inability to get out of bed is one really, really annoying one. I am, you know, I guess you can say arousing yourself is a little bit more difficult. I pretty much don't have the need or want to look at any pornography or anything like that. I guess that's a good thing and a bad thing all in one. It's been a short journey, so just a word of caution. If you look at me right now, this is not how fast I normally talk, and so be cautious of this little pill, because I don't think the people that are diagnosed or observe this medication know 100% how it works or what it's doing. But I'm being the guinea pig right now. So thanks for watching.